Well, students, in the last session, I discussed about final keyword. Using final keyword, you can create final variables, final methods, and final classes, right? In this session, I am continuing the permitted modifier, that is abstract and native keywords. So, abstract is a permitted modifier which is a keyword is used to declare classes and methods, okay, which is the opposite to the final keyword, okay, that only defines this abstract classes only defines the common properties and behavior of the other classes. It defines the common properties and behavior of the other classes. The abstract classes is used as a base class to derive specific classes of the same type, okay, which is used as a base class, which is a super class, which will derive a specific classes of the same type. For example, you can create an abstract book class that contains the common data members such as title, page numbers, and type of binding for all the books. So that is, you are creating a base classes or a super classes. These classes are nothing but abstract classes. So abstract classes always the base class or a super class, it should be inherit always. So why I told it is opposite to final, because final classes cannot be inherited, it cannot be inherited, but abstract classes are should be inherited, okay. The properties should be inherited for the other subclass. So why it acts like a base class to derive a specific classes of the same type which having a common properties and behavior of the other classes, okay. Through abstract keyword, we can create abstract methods and abstract classes, okay, where you can create abstract methods. That method should be defined in the subclass. Abstract classes should be inherited for the subclass, like that it works, okay. This abstract classes you created means inside that class, whatever you declare a method, all the method will become a automatically they will become a abstract method. When you declare a abstract class, then in that class having some methods means all the methods will become a abstract class. They should be override in the subclass, okay. They should be inherited and they should be defined in the subclass. So you while using abstract classes, we must satisfy some following condition. What we must follow? We first one is, we cannot use classes to instantiate objects directly. So abstract classes cannot be instantiate ಅಂದ್ರೆ objects create ಮಾಡಕ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ abstract classes ಗೆ, because it becomes illegal and it will give an error, because the abstract classes that is, it is not, it should be inherited, it should be a base class. So why instantiation is not allowed? We cannot use classes to instantiate objects directly. For example, we having a class called shape. We are creating yes is a object for the shape class using new keyword means, then that line will give an error, that is shape is a abstract class, it cannot be instantiate. ಈ ಥರ error ಬರುತ್ತೆ. It is illegal because shape is an abstract class. Abstract class cannot create a objects, that is it cannot be instantiated because it should be inherit to the other classes, okay. So why we can't create object for the abstract class? That is first rule. And second, we should follow, that is abstract methods of a abstract class must be defined in a subclass. Abstract class ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ abstract methods ಸಬ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಆಗಲೇಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಸಬ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸು ಅಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವೈ ಆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವೈ ಅಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ, which is in abstract class, all the abstract methods should be defined in the subclass. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 3 to 4 methods ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ all 3 to 4 methods should be defined in the subclass. Any one method is missed means then it will give an error, okay. We cannot declare abstract constructors or abstract static methods using abstract keyword abstract classes. We can't create a abstract constructors or a abstract static methods. Static methodsನಾಗಲಿ ಅಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ನಾಗಲಿ ನಾವು ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ this is about abstract keyword. So through abstract keyword we can create abstract classes and abstract methods. Abstract classes should be inherited to the subclass, okay, and abstract method should be defined in the subclass, okay. So which is opposite to final anta nan helde. So here find an error. I given some code that is abstract final class applicant. We write some code of this class. So that applicant is a class which having both abstract and final keyword. Whether it is possible or not, it will give an error, right? Because abstract and final both are enemies because they are opposite to each other. Final cannot be inherited but abstract must be inherited. Then this code will give an error, that is above code snippets display an error during compilation and a class cannot be declared both abstract and final. An abstract class always has subclasses. To prevent inheritance, the final modifier is used. An abstract class needs to be subclass and final class cannot be subclass. Therefore, a class cannot be both final and abstract, okay. So why we can't create we can't use both the keywords at a time for a class, okay. But we can create final static class applet, but we can't create abstract final class applet because applicant because final and abstract both are opposite in nature, okay. So next, identify an error in the following code, that is in which a class has been declared as abstract. Declare the main method in an abstract class. So here I written a class applicant which is abstract class. In that I am writing public static void main string args. In that I am writing applicant app object is equal to new applicant. This statement will give an error because abstract class cannot be instantiate. I told that we should follow some rule anta heli. Abstract classes ge objects create madakagala. It cannot be instantiate. It should be inherit in the other class anta heli. So why in that class we can't write the void main. In the preceding code snippets, the applicant class cannot be read. The applicant class has been declared abstract. An abstract class is used as a base class to derive specific classes of the same type. An abstract class is a base class for the other classes and cannot contain the main method. So ಇದು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಅಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸು ಬೇರೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಬೇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಓನ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ರ ಒಳಗಡೆ ವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮೇನು ಬರೆಯೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವೈ ಅಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ದ base class for the other classes, other subclasses. It should be inherit. So why we can't instantiate in that, or we can't write the main method in that class, okay. So this is about abstract keyword. Next we study about native keyword. So native keyword is another permitted modifier. Native means that is other than Java code. So using native keyword we can create only methods. ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೇಟಿವ್ ಕೀವರ್ಡಿಂದ. ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಎ ನೇಟಿವ್ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್. ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ನೇಟಿವ್ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್, ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಅದ್ರ ಸಿಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ನೇಟಿವ್ ವಾಯ್ಡ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಟೈಪ್, ದೆನ್ ನೇಟಿವ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್, ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ this is syntax for the native keyword to create a native methods. Inform the ಇದೇನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? This will inform the compiler that the method has been coded in a programming language other than Java such as C or C++. ಸೊ ನೇಟಿವ್ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ ಏನು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ಕಂಪೈಲರ್ಗೆ? ನೇಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೆದಿದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಅದರ್ ದೆನ್ ಜಾವಾ ಕೋಡ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಎ ಸಿ ಕೋಡ್ ಆರ್ ಎ C++ ಕೋಡ್. ನಾವು ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಜಾವಾ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಆಪ್ರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ C++ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಕೆಲವು ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ನ ಜಾವಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಯು ನೋ ದಟ್ ಜಾವಾ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಜಾವಾ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ, ಹೌದಾ? howda. So we can't use some features which are present in C and C++. Still they some features we need in our program, means again we should design for that code in Java. It is makes complex. So by other than Java codes, that is C or C++ code, as it is we can use in Java language using a native methods. Okay, so this native keyword with a method indicates that the method lies outside the Java runtime environment. That is, the native method makes a program platform dependent. In addition, writing a native methods must be avoided. They are used when you have an existing code in another language and do not want to rewrite the code in Java. So ಆ ಕೋಡ್ನ ರೀರೈಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಬದಲು ಬೇರೆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಕೋಡ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಜಾವಾ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ನೇಟಿವ್ ಕೀವರ್ಡಿಂದ. ಸೊ ನೇಟಿವ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದರ್ ದೆನ್ ಜಾವಾ ಕೋಡ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸಿ ಆರ್ ಸಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಕೋಡ್ ದಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಜಾವಾ ರನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್. Okay, which is lies outside the Java runtime environment. Okay, so this is about native methods. Using native keyword we can only create the methods, native methods. We can't create classes and objects because they are other than Java codes. It is used to avoid the rewriting of the Java code. Okay, so next is synchronize. Synchronize is an last permitted modifier. It is also a keyword which will comes at multi-threading concept. When we are I will discuss detail about multi-threading. You having some sessions on multi-threading. In that I will discuss detail on multi-threading, but just definition and its functionality we see here. Synchronization, it is a keyword which is a permitted modifier. It is used in the multi-threading concept. Okay, this controls the access to a block of code in a multi-threaded programming environment. It will controls the access to a block of code. Okay, when we are doing multi-threading programs, in that time we can write a synchronized methods. Okay, Java supports multi-threaded programming and each thread defines a separate path of execution. So it supports multi-threaded programming. Okay, Java is a multi-threaded language because it supports multi-threading concept and each thread defines a separate path of execution because thread is a executable program. The synchronized modifier is used for methods. It is used for only methods. Okay, synchronized ಅನ್ನೋ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ನ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. The synchronized modifier controls the access to a block of code in a multi-threaded programming environment. Okay, so it controls the block of code in a multi-threading programming environment. A thread is a unit of execution within a process. Okay, Java supports multi-threaded programming and each thread defines a separate path of execution. In a multi-threading program, you need to synchronize various threads. As a result of synchronization, only one thread can access a shared resources when two or more threads need access to the resource at the same time. For example, if multi-threads needed to print a document, only one thread can access the printer as a result of synchronization. So ಈಗ synchronization ಇದ್ದರೆ it will control the code. multi-threading programming ಅಲ್ಲಿ block of codesನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅದು. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಅದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಂದರೆ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ವಿಚ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್. ಈಗ ಒಂದೇ ಪ್ರಿಂಟರ್ ಇದೆ, ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ದೇ ವಾಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಂಟರ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಟೈಮ್. ದೆನ್ ಸಿಂಕ್ರೊನೈಸ್ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಲಾಕ್ ಟು ಎ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಈಗ ಯಾವ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಪ್ರಿಂಟರ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮುಗಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಥ್ರೆಡ್ ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಆನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಸಮ್ that is log starvation pitfall, that is lock starvation and deadlocks and race conditions. These are all pitfalls of the threads which will studied later. Okay, so in multi-threading concept we use synchronized methods, so which will control the block of code. Okay, that is if multiple threads needs same resources, this synchronize will make a what it makes, it takes one thread for execution until its completion, until it that thread should be complete, that is not released to the another thread anta heli. So that resources is not available for the other thread anta heli. So ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೇಳಿದಾನೆ, if multiple threads needs a printer a document, only one thread can access it by the result of synchronization. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಕ್ರೊನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದನೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಥ್ರೆಡ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಅಟ್ ಎ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ಪ್ರಿಂಟರ್ಗೆ ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಿಂಕ್ರೊನೈಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಯಾವುದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಥ್ರೆಡ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಥ್ರೆಡ್ಸು ವೇಟಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, this is about synchronized keyword. So this completes permitted modifiers. In the next session I will continue with visibility modes. Okay, thank you.